Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Dana, and today we're going to look at our upper abs, our upper thoracic spine, and our length through our skull. We're going to use a squishy ball today, so if you have one of those, deflate it quite a bit. If you don't have a squishy ball, grab a towel, fold it in half, and roll it up so it becomes a nice roll to use against our sternum. If you don't have that, do this without it. Totally fine. It's just nice to have something to work with. Let's start on our backs today and we'll move to our belly. So starting with your knees bent, your feet flat. Good work. Letting your shoulders rest wide on the mat, letting your eyes close, taking a deep breath in through the nose, filling up the front of the ribs, the side of the ribs, and the back of the ribs at the same time. Breathing in. Exhale out the mouth, let it go. Slowing the breath down so we can tap into our deep support, our muscles. Inhale, breathing in. Exhale, breathing out. Letting it go. And really notice, can you find more breath into the back line of the rib cage? Tends to be this dead zone in our body, and we want to really wake it up. Do that one more time, as if you could really puff those back lobes of your lungs up even more into the mat behind you. That's right. And then exhale fully out. Let it go. Beautiful. Take an inhale to prepare. You can open the eyes. Exhale. We're going to tuck the tailbone, just a little scoop of the lower spine into the mat, and then release pelvis to neutral. Do that again. And we like to start class this way. I like to start class this way because it really puts us into relationship to our lower back and our pelvis. We get to turn on our low abs a little bit, our transverse abdominis especially. And that's that deepest level of support that we want to use. One more time, tuck the tail, release back to neutral. Easy shoulders, lifting the arms up to the sky, palms face each other. Inhale, lift the shoulders up, exhale, soften down. So we do all of these exercises to prepare ourselves for bigger, more global movement. So find the ease in the smaller, more supported movements here. Inhale, lift shoulder blades up, exhale down. One more time. And soften the shoulders down the back, take a pause. Good. Bringing the hands all the way overhead and then begin to flip the palms so you can reach out your fingertips a little bit more, reaching out the fingertips but hugging the rib cage back to the mat. Inhale here, exhale, lift. Two more. Just waking up your lats, reach the ribs down, ground into your feet, get long through your waistline, exhale, lift. And one more time, inhale, reach, big reach through the fingers, not through the shoulders, and then exhale back up to the sky. Beautiful. Interlocking the hands at the base of your skull. So really create that hammock for your head, soften your shoulders, allow your elbows to float into your vision. In this position, I want you to ground into your feet, hug low abdomen to spine so that you're not gripping in your butt. Inhale, exhale, nod the chin. Now we're going to swing our ribs back into the mat to lift the head up into a little curl. In this position, I want you to press your head back into your hands and then see if you can lift a little higher from the ribs sliding into the mat. Go back an inch, inhale, exhale, up an inch for 10. Inhale, exhale, 9. And just warming it up. Now notice, have you tucked your butt under? Can you look for a long lumbar spine? It makes it harder and a little bit deeper for exhale. 3, 2, last one. Come up, hold it there, breathe for 3. For 2, come a little higher and lower all the way down on 1. Release the head, take your elbows into goalposts and rock your head side to side. Good. Now we're going to come all the way to the belly. So rock to your side, grab, if you have it, your ball, and you're going to place it now at the sternum. So it might go above the breasts, it might go a little bit below the breasts, somewhere in between. Depends on your breast size. If you don't have breasts to work with, you're just going to find the center of your sternum. So not right here at the top and not right here at the bottom, somewhere in between. You'll know when it's in the right spot. Coming to your belly. If you have a towel, same exact thing. So resting yourself on top of your ball, your towel, maybe just on the floor. Hands are going to come underneath your forehead, and you're going to take a breath here, softening the shoulders. Pressing the tops of the feet into the mat. I'm going to scoot forward a little bit. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. See if you can allow your forehead to rest and allow your butt cheeks to relax. That's pretty tricky here. Now hug your abdomen to your spine and think about lifting your belly off the mat a few inches, just like as if you had a hot coal underneath your belly button and you don't want to touch it. Beautiful work. You got it. Inhale. Now keep that little lift of your belly. Exhale. We're going to use our ball. We're going to send our chest forward into the ball without crunching in the lower back. So if you ever feel like you're getting crunchy in your lower back, you come down, you re-engage core, and you lift back up. We're going to do 10 of these. So sending your heart forward into your ball. It's very small, don't worry. And then exhale, lower down. See if you can practice the same thing we just did on our back. You're sending your ribs forward. You're not doing it from your neck. Good. And lower back down. Inhale. Exhale, rib cage reaches into ball. You're lengthening from the toes to the crown of the head. And then lower back down. Good. 5 more. Inhale. Exhale, push. Easy shoulders. Don't let those shoulders do the work for you. We're trying to eke out just a little bit more space in between each of our thoracic vertebrae. An area of the back that is so tight often on most of us. And an area of the back that actually doesn't have so much movement. So it's not like our lower back where we can really move. Upper back, we really have to work for it. 2 more, you guys. See if you can avoid overusing your neck. Look, gazing at the mat in front of you instead. Beautiful. Last one. You're going to hold it. Maybe you come down an inch if you need to. You're going to take an inhale. On your exhale, I want you to lift your left hand to meet your forehead. Lower the hand down. Lift your right hand and down. So you're keeping your upper back stable and you're alternating that lift of the hand to the forehead. Don't worry if it feels like it's too big. Make it a little smaller. Lower your head down. Really work your core. For 5, alternating. Good. 4, hug belly to spine. Feel the length from the crown of the head to the toes. 3, you got it. Easy shoulders down your back. 2. Beautiful. Last one. And 1. You're going to lower all the way down. Take a breath. Inhale. Exhale. Hands are going to support you now, and you're going to take an inhale. Both hands rest on the forehead. You're going to exhale, lift back up. Inhale down. Exhale up. And really work into your back extension here. Push into the ball if you have it in front of you. Lift your heart into your ball. And for 5 more, really work your breath. Don't let this come from your lower back or your neck. Find it from your upper back. It's smaller, but it's deeper. It's really about your length. You got it. Breathe into it. 4, 3. Good. Work your breath. 2. And last one. Bring it down. Good work. Lift. Just slide off your ball if you have it. Bring it to the side. And then you're going to take your forehead on the mat and bring your elbows into a goalpost position. So elbows come directly out of the shoulders, palms press onto the mat. Forehead rests on the mat. Hug belly to spine. This is a small movement. Listen carefully. Your elbows stay grounded on the floor. You're going to lift your palms and your forearms up a little bit to spin the top of your arm bone back into your shoulder joint, and then lower down. This is so effective for forward shoulders. Do it again. Press the elbows down, lift the forearms, the palms up and down. You got it. Hug belly to spine. 6. It's super duper small. Don't be discouraged if this feels like you're barely moving or if you're not getting off the floor at all. It's much more about the top of the arm spinning back into the shoulder girdle itself and really working the core connection so we're not in our lower back. 2. Good work. Last one. Let it rest. Rock your hips side to side. Bring your head to one side. Breathe. Good work, you guys. This is not easy. We got one more thing to do. Hug belly to spine. Same exact exercise, but now our elbows lift off the mat. Our shoulders drop down. Now we're hovering. Lengthen your head off the mat. Hug belly to spine. Same movement. You're going to lift your forearms up, back to parallel. For 10. Breathe. Hug belly. 9. Breathe. Feel the length out your arms, not out your neck. Good. 6. Breathe into that twist. Upper back is engaged. Hug core. If you need to take a break, you can. Good. Breathe. 3. Breathe. 2. Breathe. 1. Lift up a little higher if you can. Hold it for 5. 4. You got it. Keep breathing. Good work. 2. Beautiful. Yes. And 1. Hands come underneath your shoulders. Lift up. Press into child's pose. Let it go. Reach your hands forward as your butt reaches to your heels. Knees open wide. Take a rock side to side, allowing everything to release. Good. Take your time here, allowing your head to rest on the mat if you can, allowing your forehead to rest and rock. And then coming all the way up to hands and knees. Now in this position, good, hug belly to spine. I want you to think about really engaging the core, and rather than moving in our lower back, we're going to move from our upper back. So see if you can really find stability in center. As you lift your heart up and forward to the front of your mat, your shoulders soften down the back, your belly connects, and then back to center. So just like we were doing on the ball, imagine the ball is in front of you. You're pushing the ball forward. You're releasing back to center. It's so small, I promise. So really connect to your core. Think about all those tiny vertebrae behind you, right behind the heart. They're coming together as you lift. They're opening up as you come back to center. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Good. We're going to add to this. Come onto your elbows. Soften your shoulders down the back. Hug belly to spine. We're going to take our left leg back and then our right leg back to meet it. Take your time coming into your plank. Lower those hips if they're lifted. Soften the shoulders down the back. Same thing, lift your heart a little forward. And now you're going to round a little bit. Reach out the legs. Inhale, lift your heart a little forward, moving your thoracic spine, and then round. So good for our upper abdominals, our shoulder girdle, our head, our neck. We're getting out of all this tension of the shoulders, moving from our most sticky spot, our rib cage area, our thoracic spine. 3. You got it. 2. Keep breathing. Last one. Come back to center, hold it for 5, 4, lift your heart, 3, 2, 1. One knee at a time comes down. This time, bring your knees together and come back into child's pose. If this feels impossible, take something in between your butt and your heels to give yourself a little prop. And just breathe here for 3 breaths. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. Good work. One more breath. Beautiful. Coming back up to hands and knees. So we're going to come into a twist. we're going to take our time with this. Reaching, I'm going to come to a diagonal so you can see. Reaching the left arm up, twist and open up your heart. Imagine the balls in front of you. You're going to push it away. Beauty. And then you're going to slide and dive yourself underneath your right arm. You're not going to rest here because you're going to come back into your back bend. Inhale, exhale. We're going to move through this for 5 more. Breathe, inhale, exhale, soften the shoulders, push up and out, bringing your heart forward and through. Breathe, 3. Good. Breathe, 2. Breathe, 1. Lower the hand down, switch to the other side. Take a breath here, soften the shoulders, hug belly to spine. Let the right arm come out, lift your heart into a diagonal. Find your back bend, push into your shins, bend the elbow and twist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. For 5, see if you can really keep your hips from doing the twist and move from your upper back and your thoracic spine. So good for our ribs to mobilize and move all of that sticky stuff out and through. 2. And last one. Good. Bring the hand back down. This time you're coming into a full plank. Soften the shoulders, soften the elbows, draw your left leg and then your right leg back. From here, I want you to lift your heart. Inhale. Exhale, you're going to push from your arms, hinging your hips up to a downward dog. Soften your shoulders. Make sure you can really connect your abdomen, ground into your feet. Push and reach back out. Inhale, exhale, hinge. So this is such beautiful work, both for our shoulders and for our core. Moving with your breath for 6. Inhale, exhale, hinge. Inhale, exhale, hinge. 5. Think about really lifting your heart into that imaginary ball in front of you. Really finding your full extension through your spine. 3. Good work. 2. Last 1. Hinge, hold, pedal out those feet, let it go. Soften the elbows a little bit, breathe it out. Bringing yourself down, flipping around. Very last thing, I promise. Sitting up nice and tall. Taking yourself, feet are gone on the mat, knees can touch, or they're a little bit apart. If you want to grab your prop, put it in between your knees. Why not? Squeeze it. Now draw your shoulders down your back, lift your heart, extend your arms up. See if you can become a long extension from your sitting bones to your heart. We're going to do a little back bend as we lift. And then we're going to hinge back and exhale, pull. See if you can really find the length from your sitting bones to your head rather than rounding in your upper back. We're really just nailing it home, keeping that extension, keeping that true spaciousness in our upper back. 4. Good. Looking and gazing on a diagonal. If this feels like too much, you make it smaller. Or maybe your hands come into goal or genie pose rather. Good. And last one. And reaching up. Take the ball off to the side if you have it. Reach your legs long. Lengthen your arms. Lift your heart. Now as if the ball was in between your thighs and your belly, you're going to lift over it. Reaching here, pulling yourself apart. Soften your shoulders. If you can touch your toes, you can grab a hold or bring your hands to your knees, your shins, or resting on the mat. Lifting your rib cage up, breathing here, letting it all pull away from each other. For 2. For 1. Good. Stack up the spine, closing the eyes and crossing the legs or bringing them out in front of you, however that feels comfortable. One hand on top of chest, one hand on top of belly. Let it settle, let it go. And breathe your heart up into your hand. Feel how your upper back has a little bit more activation now after this work. Letting your head rest on top. Finding the space, finding the ease in your spine. Beautiful work, you guys. Opening the eyes. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.